Hey, welcome, Beach Quest here. In this episode, the story continues of my tour of Southern California, Oregon, and the Pacific Coast Route. On the previous episode, City Pass, dirt trails, mountain roads, country climbs, and bay view rides. Tuesday, June 7th, leaving Bodega Bay. With a short distance planned for today, I'm determined to take my time and slow it down, at least a little more than I usually do. I take a side road in Bodega Dunes to check out the ocean. My morning ride along Highway 1 is unhurried. I take in ocean views and wait for the fog to break. At Jenner, a riverside cafe is an enjoyable place for an early lunch. I spot many birds from ocean bluffs on my way to a section of hill climbs. Exploring Fort Ross is a great way to finish the afternoon before arriving at Salt Point State Park. A 1-mile side excursion before leaving Bodega Dunes fits my plan to explore more on today's ride. See if I can charge my phone directly on the solar panel. And now hitting clouds again. It doesn't seem to really like it. It keeps beeping at me. I don't know if it's the cord. I feel like there should be enough sun to at least have a minimal charge on the phone. So I don't know what's going on. I think these clouds will burn off and then it'll be pretty decent power. A little bit cold going into the wind, but not much wind right now. Trying to keep it an easy day today. Some low level clouds, but some fog. So could be a pretty good day for pictures. The fog lingers, hindering visibility, but creating a mystic impression. At Arched Rock Overlook. I can see the Arched Rock, but it's pretty foggy. It's right there. I'm pretty sure it's going to clear up in a little bit. A little bit being an hour or so. A low bluff overlooking the rocky ocean is different than the high cliffs of Big Sur, but it's still remarkably stunning. Well, I feel like I'm missing a bunch of good photo and scenic views because the fog's so thick. I'm gonna wait here just a little bit, see if the sun breaks. Waiting here about 10 minutes produces a slight thinning of the fog. However, the call of the road encourages me to ride on. Riding my bike up a steep road embankment wasn't the best idea I had. Down from here. That was stupid. I got lucky not dumping my bike and tumbling down onto the road. At least I got this picture. The many birds on the rocks at Gleason Beach appears to be a hot spot for bird watching. There's even some nearby parking if not traveling by bicycle. I startled a couple of deer near the road. I was only able to briefly catch them bounding away. Fog is back, just like that. Whew. Temperature drops too. That fog rolls in. Short-lived sunburn. Break, it looks like clouds are going to get even more dense. At least there's very only light wind right now. It's always a fun stretch when you can outpace a car down the hill. Spotting an interesting cafe at Jenner, I decide to U-turn and go back and check it out. It looks inviting with the river view and outdoor seating.
This man has been traveling.
I have been.
Where have you been?
Southern California in the mountains and then the Mexico border.
Big Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Big Bear Lake.
Yeah, exactly.
And you went to Mexico on a bicycle?
Well, through the border.
Did you?
And then now I'm working my way up the hill.
Wow, and where are you going?
You know where Portland, Oregon is?
Of course.
Right across the river from there.
How fun.
Yeah.
Well, Godspeed.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Thank you. I converse with various patrons as they inquire about my travels. One shows interest in my camera as I'm capturing birds.
We're living in Arizona right now, up in the northern area. You guys from there.
Hey, we saw your bike from
We caught you in the act of relaxing too much.
Unexpectedly, the couple from the camp stops as I prepare to leave. We catch up a little more and snap a couple of pictures before I head off.
You probably had a better view than I did coming up.
Oh, were you in the fog?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Most of it.
No, we had like unbelievable views. It
Yeah.
was just so, I forget how stunning that is. That
Yeah.
stretch there.
Bye.
Do you know what kind of birds those are?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And there's rants, there's pelagic, and there's crested cormorants.
Cormorants? Okay. Okay. Is
The
this
ones with the long necks, is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
I see the lighter ones here sitting
They're
down.
geese down there.
Oh, those are
And
geese?
they have their heads cut.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some black ones down there I see also.
The black ones with the curved necks are the cormorants.
A drop down into Russian Gulch starts a series of climbs and descents. The winding uphill road in the distance gives me a heads up on what's to come. Whether it's stopping to rest or capturing something interesting, it doesn't matter as they both meet my objectives.
Grinding uphill. This is a pretty good hill though.
It's amazing that carrying a bunch of gear on a bicycle serves as an icebreaker for people to strike up a conversation.
Hi.
Hi. Pretty gorgeous view.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Are you part of this tour?
No, I'm just a tour of one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I talked to someone who's doing a tour from Astoria to San Francisco.
Oh. I'm actually heading up to Astoria and then into Portland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've come the coast the whole way?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. Lots of beautiful views. Each one's a little bit different though.
Yeah. I live in a little town called Half Moon Bay.
Oh yeah,
You
I
passed
camped
through
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Have a good day.
Good luck.
Thanks.
At this point, it occurs to me, keeping my balance is of great importance. One great part of climbing is the fun descent that awaits on the other side. Highway 1 is the only major road through this area. Even with this, the traffic is one of the lowest of my tour.
Perfect. Staying on a cliff. Let's see if I gotta do this. This one is tricky. I don't want to tumble on that. I'll go all the way down.
My overall route was created weeks before starting my tour. I don't do daily previews for the upcoming ride. All this means the ride is somewhat of a mystery to me. Most points of interest surprisingly come upon me. I kind of enjoy this flexible, chaotic approach. Almost to my destination, and with extra time, I decide to stop at Fort Ross to check it out. There's a visitor center along with a fully restored fort to explore. As a bonus, I find there's no fee for arriving by bicycle. This National Historic Landmark is a Russian-era fort compound. It was the hub of Russian settlements from 1812 to 1841. This house, built around 1836, is the only remaining original building. Most of the buildings are open and furnished with era-relevant artifacts. Fort Ross ends up being a worthwhile stop.
Well, that was spectacular.
A wide-load truck is coming up from behind. Since the road is narrow, I pull off into the grass to let it pass.
Look, all of a sudden, lots of evergreens. Pretty dense. Hey, there's another grocery store. It's gonna be a windy last part of the ride. Although, I think I only have 6 miles to go. 5 or 6.
Another park with self-check-in and no other bike tours present. This continues to surprise me because now I'm passing a lot of tours going south.
I think the hiker-biker is completely separate from the normal camp, but it's really nice. And there's nobody here. I mean, they could fit, man, a lot of people. 50 people here. Something like that.
A couple of Stellar's jays are hanging around. They are eyeing my food, sneaking to steal it when I step away. As the sun sets, the mosquitoes come out, forcing me to seek refuge in my tent. Today's slow pace, low traffic, and many attractions made this a tranquil day, one that I want to replicate moving forward. On the next episode, more coast, many tours, deer sightings, and Point Arena.
Alright, hit the road, Jack. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
Tired? Rode my bike. Do I still need to pay?
Bicycle?
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Here's
you.
the brochure.
Thinking. I think I have an idea. I like this pace a lot better. I don't know, maybe I've been doing this too wrong. Trying to race through everything.
This is impressive, the solar panel.
Yeah, it's worked pretty good.
Oh, and you have a Brooks saddle. Oh my goodness. Well, you have no excuse now.
Hello? Around the corner. I was like 2 feet inside the white line, right next to me. It's scary. Don't pay attention. Fortunately, the shoulder was pretty wide there, and I was waiting inside. Holding up traffic too, so probably a bad driver overall.
Yeah. I keep hearing
Maybe.
something that sounds sounds like Tinkerbell's in the house.
I heard it too, but I don't think it's coming from me.